All right, Gothic has arrived, and we are looking at the various Gothic precons and what are in them. I haven't looked at Gothic. I haven't even opened a box yet. I'm going through the precons first to get an idea of the set and what's in it, as not a lot has been spoiled for me. So far, we've looked at the Necromancer and the Harbinger in our previous two videos, so go check those out if you want after this one. I think now we're going to move on to the Precursor. Hey, I know, it's Persecutor. I think I do this through the whole video when I recorded all of the unboxing of the various pre-constructed decks. It was late. We were pushing like midnight, a little bit past. I was reading stuff through the camera. It was difficult. My bad. Out of the Necromancer and the Harbinger, so far Necromancer seems to be my favorite. That out of the way. I like the skeletons. It seemed like it was just a little more aggro, a little faster. Harbinger seems like kind of a slow burn. A lot of more expensive minions. Drops all those all over the place. All right, we have a Persecutor there. Split up our Atlas and our spell books. With the Atlas, that's going to bug me if I leave it upside down like that. Spellbook. The Persecutor. 2 power. That's a shout out. Tap to player draw sight as per usual. Once on your turn, the Persecutor may step towards the closest evil or brand an enemy, so your cards treat them as evil this turn. Persecutor. Seems like it will be using the evil mechanic. Who is that? Dan Seagrave. Again, these avatars, the artwork on these are just bananas. And you can make your enemies evil to do things to them. So we're going to leave the Persecutor. And what do we have? Bind evil. Exceptional. Disable target nearby evil minions. You make them evil and you disable them. An adjacent spellcaster taps to release it. So they could potentially release it if they have a spellcaster. But for 1 mana removal, they could potentially take something out of the game permanently or until they get a spellcaster as an exceptional. I think that's decent. Shackled Demon, 4 for 5. An elite, just a basic 4 for 5. Is that an elite? No. Okay, hold on. I thought that was flavor tech. Disabled unit. Oh, it's disabled until an adjacent spellcaster taps to release him. So 1 mana cheaper, 4 for 5. Gotta have a spellcaster. That could be the turn that you play it, though. Like, as long as a spellcaster is played before, you have a apprentice wizard sitting around. I don't think that's terrible. Angry Mob, 4 for 3. Genesis, kill target adjacent, unique, or elite minion. Is an ordinary? Okay. Just kill. That's a Genesis. And it can be adjacent. It's not even just here. For 4 mana. And you get a 3 body out of it. I don't know. Is that nuts? Is that like bonkers good? 4 mana, a 2 threshold. Like, okay, so you're committed to fire, but if you're that committed to fire, do you ever not use this? I mean, maybe they don't have they probably have a unique or elite minion in their deck. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. That seems bonkers. The Flagellant, 2 for 2. Whenever a Flagellant takes damage, you heal 1. An exceptional. Okay, yeah. Heal 1. One-shot wizard. Oh, no, not a spellcaster. Shoot a projectile that deals 1 damage or gain spellcaster this turn. Potential 1 mana spellcaster, or you can sit there and shoot fireball. I like this a lot. One-shot wizard. Oh, it's a Genesis. Okay, it's not. Okay, hold on. I thought that was a every turn. Deals 1 damage. Or gain spellcaster this turn. The turn that it's summoned? Because like you won't be able to tap him that turn. This just got a whole lot worse. I thought it was like you could tap to do that every turn, but no, that's Genesis. Yeah, I mean, whatever. He's a one-shot wizard. Flaming Skull, Airborne, Fire Spellcaster. I think Airborne's super good. Having Spellcaster. Tawny has proved to be very valuable as a Airborne Spellcaster. Something with a 2-body. I think Flaming Skull will find its way into a lot of Spellcaster, Spellslinger kind of decks. I think that is pretty decent. Okay, so Persecutor. We got to remember, we're dealing with evil here. Holy War. So we have a ward. This guy's not evil. In the Persecutor. Holy Warrior 2 for 2 with ward. I mean, ward seems pretty powerful. So I don't think Holy Warrior is anything to completely write off. It's like a one-time turtle shield for 2 mana. I guess really 1 less mana than turtles. Same power. Just a one-off shield instead of a permanent one. Kissers of Wounds, 2 for 2. Genesis, ward a wounded minion nearby or heal 2. Again, wounded minion being referenced. This is the second time I've seen it referenced. Going to the precons. Ward a wounded minion nearby. Or you heal 2. Isn't exceptional? I don't know, that might not be terrible. Lesser Blood Demon, I've seen that. Lose 2 life, but it's a 2 mana for a 3 power. Not against it. I like aggro. Redmane Hyena, Exceptional Beast of Indiscriminate Hunger. Genesis, banish up to 3 cards from cemeteries. If any are demons, this becomes 1 and gains +2 power permanently. Hold on. Banish up to 3 cards from cemeteries if there are any demons. Okay. You're probably going to have demons. So good. Wild Fanatic, charge. 2 for 2 charge. Love it. All right. Basic dude. I'm in it. He's immortal. Wild dude. Intrepid Hero, 3 for 3. He's lethal to evil. So there's demons, undeads, and all of that. And monsters. Well, we'll see if those take off. If those take off, the legendary hero probably will be good. I like the art a lot. Braum. That's it. Just Braum. That is like some peak like 80s kind of fantasy. That's what that makes me think of. Anyway, like those old school kind of corny 80s sword and sorcery movies. I love that. Martyrs of Tomorrow, 2 or 3 for 2. Deathrite, ward and ally minion. Just 1. Okay. For 3 for 2. Ordinary, maybe. We'll see how good ward proves itself to be. A 3 for 4 airborne. Love it. At the start of your turn, you lose 2 life though. I still dig it. And he's a demon. Fallen Angel, 4 for 3 airborne. Nearby allied demons have +1 power. Yep. Okay. We got a bunch of demons. This is a demon leader that gives everyone +1. I think that's good. Flayer, 4 for 3. Genesis, deal 1 damage to each other nearby unit. 1 damage to each other nearby unit. I mean, that'll get rid of skeletons and stuff. 4 mana. You're going to have a 3 body behind. Oh, no. What do we drop? The Greater Blood Demon, 4 for 6. This is another elite Genesis. You lose 4 life, but you get a 2. So that's just kind of our thing, huh? Persecutor gets Persecutor. From a step toward the close. Okay, so it gets to move. It can move with these demons. So this is like full on aggro, I feel like then. Because like you're trying to move him with your guys to get up in there because you've got 2 power. So you're there to, I guess, to hit stuff, right? That'll be a positive ratio. You deal 2 damage to the enemy avatar. Get in there and start swinging. They do 1. But you're backed up with all these kind of. But then again, you're taking damage. So do you really want to be in there? I don't know. Zeppelin of Zealots, 5 for 4. Ward airborne, and it's airborne while warded. Okay. 5 for 4, and it doesn't have airborne all the time. As I think that's mid. Zeppelins, I think, are mid right now. Cherubim, 6 for 4 is an elite. Airborne and ward, tap to shoot a projectile that deals 4 damage for 6 mana. Luckily, it has ward, so if they try to remove it before you get to use the ability, you kind of get, one-time shield from that. And maybe they could afford 2 removal spells, but what are the chances, right? You'll get to shoot that projectile. 6 mana for a delayed 4 damage, though. Maybe. This is an angel. That's not evil. Thought this guy's all about evil. What's going on here? Undesirables. Ordinary demons shunned by all. Burrowing allies can't enter this site. Allies can't enter this site. Hmm. Hmm. Is that would include him? Trying to think of a way to spin that positively. I guess if your opponent was trying to use force movement to get your avatar into a bad spot, with anything, kind of like Pudge Butcher, even if this guy was in the way, allies can't enter the site. Would that stop the movement? Like, would that stop you from being dragged because it can't enter this site? So you put this in front of your avatar and you can't be grappled? Maybe. Or maybe it's just a bad card. Can we focus? There it is. Trial by Fire 3. Ordinary magic. Maybe cast by an ally. So any ally can cast this. Deal 3 damage to target nearby minion. Like it. Love it. And it be cast by any ally. So it makes it a little easier to use. 3 mana Flame Strike. Okay, here we get a grid pattern. So you got your spellcaster as the dot. 3 damage right in front of them. You get 1 damage, 3 behind them. Choose the cardinal direction from the caster. Deal damage to each unit at affected locations for 3 damage, or for 3 mana. Flame Strike. Ordinary. I don't think that's terrible. Lash. Deal 1 damage to target nearby minion and untap it. Deal 1 damage to target nearby minion and untap it. So you're dealing 1 damage to I think this is good. Wreathed in no. Wreathed in righteousness. Ward all minions at target location. Oh, okay. Ward all minions at target location. Duh. Okay, stop. Pause. Then deal damage to minions at affected locations. Ward all minions at target location. Deal all. So I guess you ward the units. You can choose any location. Ward all minions at target location. So you get a target, or is that where the 0 would be? That's my question. Or could you potentially choose, like, does the damage coincide? Does the damage grid coincide with that target? I think so. So the 0 would be the target location. Then you get to ward everyone there, and then deal damage to everything around it. 2 damage for 5 mana. Maybe, I don't know. Ward might make that worth it. What is that? Is that exceptional? Yep. Blaze of Glory. Ooh, unique. An ally fights each enemy near it one at a time. It doesn't die until it's done. So even if it would die, it keeps on going. I like that. That is the unique for 3. I think that'll end up being pretty good. Release the Hounds. It's where we get to summon. Where are they? Where are my hounds? I'm going to summon 2 Hellhounds from your collection to your avatar's location. They gain charge. So 7 mana for 2 3 power guys to charge. That's a good surprise. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how good that ends up being. Holy Water, 2 mana. Bear has tap, sacrifice this holy water, throw a projectile. If it hits a minion, banish it if evil, ward if not. A little dual purpose. I like it. You do have to tap something to throw it, though. So, maybe. Blade of Thorns. Love the artwork. Old Pedro. 3 mana, Blade of Thorns. It is elite. Bear has +3 power, but it can't drop this weapon, and its controller loses 2 life at the end of their turn. Okay. So you lose 2 life, but you get 3 power. I think that's worth it. Maybe even on something. Oh, I don't know. That's risky with Battle Mage, but maybe. It's elite. 3 power is good. 3 power is a lot. Peacemaker Arbalest, elite weapon. Bear has range, and its strikes deal 1 more damage to units for each of the following. They are evil, artifact bears, spellcasters, voidwalkers, submergers, brewers, and frogs. So it has range and deals 1 more damage to units for each of the following. So if it's a frog, and in addition to all of those other things, and that's the only one that matters here, obviously, is the frog. So I like this. For 3, the Arbalest. All right, that's interesting. I like the Persecutor. Seems fun. Persecutor seems like a lot of fun. I'm not entirely sure why. Oh my god, I just can't get all these in a proper row there. You're moving Persecutor around to follow your evil stuff. I like movement. Movement's good. But you can also treat your enemy cards as their evil. And okay, that's why wards are all over, because you can use wards to banish evil, if I'm correct, right? Right? Is that the... So you can make your enemies evil. A unit site can have can't have multiple wards, and evil minions can't. Oh no, they just can't be warded. Okay. So having a guy that depends on evil minions to do some stuff, or maybe he's like following the minions around to kill them. Is he like a good guy? Is that his kind of thing? The Avatar is interesting. I'm not sure I get this one 100%, but It has some interesting cards in it, for sure. I thought it was going to have a lot more evil stuff. There was a little more ward and stuff that I didn't expect. And then we have the Vast Desert. Love it. That might be my favorite desert artwork now. Ooh, that's that Aronja art. Desert Bloom. Again, we have the sites that give us all of the elemental affinity. That site. We actually get 2 of the, and then 1 of the earth one, but we get 2 of the fire ones. And this, and the previous decks, I believe it was just 1 of each. Blessed Village, Ward. Okay, so the village just comes in with Ward. Ordinary site. Dig it. Hillside Chapel, Genesis, you may pay 1 to tap and ward nearby allied minion. That's multiple. Multiple wards for 1. No allied minion. Okay, it is 1 minion. 1 mana for a ward. Consecrated Ground. Evil has no power here. That's good. So if they attack it, they're not going to be doing any damage if they're evil. The Volcano, double threshold. Here's the fire, double threshold. That's interesting. I like double threshold. I like double threshold. I'm not sure how useful double threshold is going to be, but it now exists. Then we have road. I guess we have seen. We saw something that did have 4 threshold requirement. Road to Perdition, exceptional. Is that Ian Miller? Yep. Genesis target nearby evil gains or loses 1 power. Your choice this turn. I like that. Oh, what's this? Purgatory, unique site. Whenever an evil minion dies nearby, its controller loses 1 life. Okay, so you're definitely going after the evil. Then that's the Persecutor thing. You're chasing the evil down. That's why he has ward. He looks like he's not a good guy, but he's like an anti-hero, I guess. You know, he's a bad boy, but he's got good intentions. And he exists in Purgatory. So that's a unique site. I like that. Exceptional. Also, the artwork on that is phenomenal. Brian Smith. Molten Mar, exceptional site. Also, just these deep reds. That's another Pedro. Genesis 2 Fire. Make us Hellhounds to this site from your collection. And that's the Persecutor. I think this one's interesting. Trying to find ways to really utilize this avatar ability. Movement is good. And he's got 2 power. So I think I feel like movement usually ends up being good. So I like Persecutor. Let me know what you think about Persecutor in the comments below and give me a like for more sorcery content.